this is the throwback if I've ever made one. I saw these at the grocery store and I thought, you know exactly what these were made for? To do your own at-home mini pizza bagels. I grew up on those things. You took them out of the freezer, you threw them in the microwave or the oven, and they were little tiny bagel pizzas. Well, now we're all grown up and we can make them ourselves at home, control the quality of ingredients. Look at those, how exciting! Mini bagels at the grocery store. So there's a couple keys when it comes to making your own mini pizza bagels at home. One is the pepperoni. The pepperoni that's on the pizza bagels is cut into squares, so they're little kind of chunks of pepperoni. I found this thick cut version at the grocery store. That's what you want. You want some chew and texture. Most of the pepperoni at the grocery store is gonna be very thin slices. The other thing you can do is chop your own. Find pepperoni like this. Usually it's not in like a freezer section, but it's over by the deli, all the cheeses and meats. You can cube up some sliced pepperoni, just like that. Or you can go for the pepperoni that you can slice up whole. I'm gonna do a technique where you cut off a little bit to make it flat. We're gonna make planks. These are pretty thick, but I love the spicy flavor of pepperoni. And then you're gonna go across little matchsticks. Always watch those fingers. That was a reminder to me. But what we're going for is little pepperoni cubes. So the whole point of a pizza bagel is that it's a fast, quick, delicious, tasty snack. So what I would recommend is if you're gonna have this over the next couple days, keep it as a snack in the refrigerator for the family, prep these ingredients first. Prep your cheese, prep your pepperoni, so it's already all cubed up, and then you can make a few of these at a time whenever you want them. All you have to do, put them together, toss them in an oven, an air fryer. I mean, you can cook these in various ways. So I just prepared my pepperoni in a little container. I can put a lid on that and it's in the refrigerator ready to go. Of course, you could use shredded cheese, but I'm gonna try and mimic the same thing. Do some slices of cheese. I'm gonna slice the cheese just the same. This is a little bit easier when you have cold cheese. Now, sliced cheese, of course, is gonna be way easier. You can get the pre-sliced stuff. You can even use like a buffalo mozzarella. You can get those mini mozzarellas, chop those up. I love this because you can really switch up the flavors, control the quality of ingredients, use up what you have at home. It's really so versatile to not play by the rules. You make up the rules. Frozen treats, frozen foods, frozen snacks are so convenient, but I think as we get older, we realize, hey, those are delicious, they're fine. Maybe it's a special occasion treat. We can make something equally as delicious, if not more delicious, at home ourselves. The only real work is cubing up your ingredients, but you don't even need to do that step. You can do pre-shredded cheese, or even they sell the mini pepperonis, the really tiny pepperonis. Go ahead and use those, or regular pepperonis. I just think this method is more fun, more flavorful. And open up our bagels. The awesome thing about these is every bagel will make 2 pizzas. How many of these should we do? We don't have to do too many. 8's good, right? That's the beauty of this. You just assemble and bake once your ingredients are ready. That's all you need to do. So I was thinking of maybe toasting these first so the sauce doesn't soak into it, but that's actually what I want. I want a little bit of this sauce to seep into the bread, to toast into there as it cooks. Mix up the toppings. I love sausage on pizzas, or maybe some tiny bell peppers. If you are adding any kind of vegetable, just make sure it's already sauteed. The baking time won't be long enough to really cook through any ingredients. You just want everything to get melted and warmed through. So you can dice up some peppers, some onions, any toppings you want. Just have those ready to go and combine with everything. And this doesn't have to be pretty. These are pizza bagels. Once you have everything on there, they'll be delicious. And I'm just using jarred marinara sauce. It's not even pizza sauce. For this, it's not that important. I like the flavors in most marinara sauces, so like tomato basil or a spicy version or garlic in them. So go ahead and use that or whatever you have in the cabinet. If I don't have pizza sauce or jarred prepared sauce, I usually have tomato paste and crushed tomatoes in my pantry. So what I do is just mix a little bit of this with some tomato paste, and I'll just season it up. You don't even need to cook it or saute anything. I just put some onion powder, garlic powder, some Italian seasoning, some crushed red pepper, and you're good to go. Let's get to topping. I'm gonna go with our pepperoni first. get those scattered around. The pepperonis were always my favorite part of the pizza bagels, but sometimes they didn't have very many pepperonis on it. This is why you can make your own, go wild, add as much as you want, make it really meaty, make it really cheesy, switch up the cheeses, switch up the flavors. I mean, you can even get wild and not do a pizza bagel. You could really do this on an English muffin. That would be a fun version. And basically the same size, a little bite-sized portion. I love dishes like that because if you're feeding a crowd, just set out some ingredients and everybody can customize their own. You can either get a Sharpie out and write on the parchment paper the person's name. I guess the toppings is your signature, so you know whose is whose. Why not use all the cheese? I only have a little bit left. I'll cut more while these are cooking. Now I'm gonna add some Parmesan, another addition that's not in the traditional freezer version. You could use regular sized bagels if that's all you have and you wanna just use them up. I thought it'd be fun to get some flavored bagels and do this. Last few steps, little Italian seasoning, just for a little extra flavor. And I like things spicy, so I'll just do one row with some extra crushed red pepper. That's gonna be a spicy one. Now guess what? The next step, super easy. Just cook these until everything is melty and delicious. All right, these are looking melty and delicious. Oh, and I can smell all that seasoning on there, those herbs. Look at those. Those look incredible. It really is the cubing that makes the flavor of the pizza bagel. Shredded cheese, pepperoni slices, that's one thing. You gotta have the cubes, right? This one looks good. I put so much pepperoni on this one. Oh, the bagel's nice and toasty. Look at that treat. Look at that delight. This looks so good. What's so great about this recipe, you can just make one mini bagel as a snack. You can make 10, you can make 12, you can make as many as you want to. It's a top-heavy bagel. I put a lot of toppings on it. That's what the hole in the bottom's for. You put your finger in there to like grip it. That's so good. Play around with the flavors, play around with the ingredients, choose your own sauce, choose your own toppings. Go wild. Pizza bagels for a new generation? I think for most people, like, don't do an extra step. You don't need to do the extra step. But if you like some crunch, if you like some texture, I would have put these under the broiler for like under 2 minutes, just until they got a little just crispy on the top. Then put my pizza sauce, the rest of the toppings, and then put them back in the oven to melt through. You don't want the bagel to be too crunchy. I love how soft and fluffy it is, but I think I want a little bit more crisp on that top layer. These are absolutely delicious. And I think the best bonus is those traditional pizza bagels kind of are light on the toppings. You know, you get 1, 2 pieces of pepperoni. This has so much pepperoni flavor because I can load on as much as I want.